Standing in the vocal booth, adjusting my headphones, singing into the condenser, finding the perfect tones. The engineer is separated by a pane of thick glass, waiting for the initial recording sequence to pass. I deliver the lyrics with the precise, sharp attack, and listen to my own voice beautifully bouncing back, multiplying syllables until they fill the room. A flower of audio that is beginning to bloom.
Sitting at the soundboard, twisting the plastic knobs, performing the most crucial of all the studio jobs.
Routing the cables through the complicated patch bay, manipulating time to create the perfect delay. The reel to reel is spinning, capturing the magic tape, giving the invisible audio a physical shape. Pushing the faders upward, increasing the feedback loop, cooking up a magnificent sonic alphabet soup. Analog equipment glowing with the vintage warmth, creating a terrifying, beautiful acoustic storm. Milliseconds stretch out into an eternity, unlocking the secrets of audio geometry. We are mixing the delay, jam bending the clock, a synchronized, rhythmic, oscillating shock echoes colliding against the padded studio wall. I'm mesmerizing, repetitive, hypnotic chord delay jam, filtering the high and low EQ, a technological masterpiece created just for you.
Splicing the magnetic ribbon with the razor blade, preserving the glorious masterpiece that we have made. Adding a phaser effect to the rhythm guitar, making it sound like it originated from a star. The compressor squashes down the heavy kick drum, while the parametric equalizer creates a gentle hum. A scientist of sound experimenting with the gear, crafting the frequency perfectly for the human ear.
My chorus overlaps itself in a cascading wave, a musical phenomenon that I completely crave. Breathing into the microphone, creating a stormy gust, shaking off the decades of accumulated dust. The panning switch my vocals from the left to the right, a dizzying stereo, spectacular acoustic flight. I am an instrument played by the master technician, completing the ultimate auditory expedition. Analog equipment glowing with the vintage warmth, creating a terrifying, beautiful acoustic storm. Milliseconds stretch out into an eternity, unlocking the secrets of audio geometry. We are mixing the delay, jam bending the clock, a synchronized, rhythmic, oscillating shock echoes colliding against the padded studio wall. I'm mesmerizing, repetitive, hypnotic chord delay jam, filtering the high and low EQ, a technological masterpiece created just for you. Turn up the reverb, make it sound like a cave, riding the crest of a magnificent sound wave. The master channel peaks into the dangerous red, but the rhythm is permanently stuck inside my head. Time is stopping. We are mixing the delay, jam bending the clock, a synchronized, rhythmic oscillation. classified secret note. Slipping through the back door of the underground casino, wearing a dark disguise, sipping a dry cappuccino. The target is seated quietly at the baccarat table. I am executing the mission precisely, completely able. Hiding the encrypted microchip inside my ruby lipstick. Moving with the agility of a trained silent mystic.
Sitting in the idling getaway vehicle across the street, monitoring the surveillance audio from the driver's seat. The wipers are swishing back and forth in the heavy rain, calculating the escape route inside my tactical brain. Checking the loaded revolver resting in the glove box, waiting for the precise moment when she breaks the locks. The shadows provide a perfect impenetrable cover, operating covertly as a dangerous underground lover.
The espionage is synchronized to the ticking of the clock, picking the complicated mechanism of the heavy padlock. Danger is a beautiful, terrifying, thrilling game, leaving no fingerprints, revealing no actual name. Moving stealthily to the midnight rhythm, hiding the evidence right before we rid them. A clandestine operation executed in the dark, leaving entirely no trace, making absolutely no mark. Midnight rhythm, a highly secretive, dangerous groove, carefully calculating every single risky move.
Searchlights sweeping quickly across the wet alleyway. We have to vanish completely before the break of day. She jumps into the passenger seat, completely out of breath, narrowly escaping an encounter with immediate death. I press the accelerator, burning the rubber tires, dodging the barricades and the tangled barbed wires. The syndicate is furiously chasing us down the boulevard, but we played our absolute winning final card.
Looking in the rearview mirror at the fading red light, surviving another one of these unpredictable nights. The briefcase is secured firmly underneath my feet. The victory is tasting dangerously, incredibly sweet. I peel off the wig, letting my natural hair fall down. We are the most wanted fugitives in this entire town. The adrenaline is pumping wildly through my veins, breaking free completely from their authoritative chains. The espionage is synchronized to the ticking of the clock, picking the complicated mechanism of the heavy padlock. Danger is a beautiful, terrifying, thrilling game, leaving no fingerprints, revealing no actual name. Moving stealthily to the midnight rhythm, hiding the evidence right before we rid them. A clandestine operation executed in the dark, leaving entirely no trace, making absolutely no mark. Midnight rhythm, a highly secretive, dangerous groove, carefully calculating every single risky move.
The rendezvous point is located beneath the old bridge, hiding over the documents on the foggy cold ridge. Mission accomplished, the payment is securely made, fading back gracefully into the protective deep shade.
Target secure,
Stay low,
don't make a sound,
don't make a sound.
we're in the clear. Moving stealthily to the midnight rhythm, hiding the evidence right before we rid them. A clandestine operation executed in the dark, leaving entirely no trace, making absolutely no mark. Midnight rhythm, a highly secretive, dangerous groove, carefully calculating every single risky move. Mission complete,
Disappear
into the shadows.
until next time.
colors painting the expansive evening sky, watching the chaotic, busy afternoon gracefully die, sitting peacefully upon the weathered wooden stool, eating a warm bowl of my grandmother's hearty soup. The oppressive ultraviolet rays finally begin to fade, offering the neighborhood a much-needed cooling shade. Silhouettes elongating across the cracked pavement, enjoying this beautiful, tranquil urban arrangements.
Packing up the folding chairs from the front lawn, waiting for the spectacular twilight to be drawn. The work boots are removed, resting by the door. Nobody is demanding anything incredibly stressful anymore.
The breeze carries the scent of the blooming jasmine, washing away the exhaustion of where we have been. Neighbors waving politely from their open window frames, forgetting the competitive, exhausting daily days. Daytime surrenders beautifully to the incoming dusk, leaving behind the complicated, heavy daytime husky. Horizon swallows the massive, glowing orange sphere, replacing the anxiety with a comfortable atmosphere. Relaxing quietly upon the peaceful sunset block, ignoring the aggressive ticking of the stressful clock. A magnificent transition from the light into the dark, finding a sanctuary right outside the local park. Sunset block, where the weary souls finally rest, feeling overwhelmingly, profoundly, safely blessed.
Fireflies beginning to blink in the overgrown grass, watching the occasional slow-moving vehicle pass. The tempo of the street drops to a comfortable crawl, answering the gentle nocturnal melody call. I strum the acoustic strings with the delicate touch, because right now we do not really need very much. The temperature drops, bringing a magnificent chill. Everything around me is exceptionally beautifully still.
Street lights bathing the avenue in an amber hue, a magical moment shared exclusively between us two. The stray cats curling up beside the grocery store. The chaotic city traffic is a distant, muted roar. I rest my tired head against your comfortable shoulder, feeling completely secure as the evening gets colder. The specific hour is a magnificent visual poetry, a spectacular display of neighborhood symmetry. Daytime surrenders beautifully to the incoming dusk, leaving behind a complicated, heavy daytime husk. The horizon swallows the massive, glowing orange sphere, replacing the anxiety with a comfortable atmosphere. Relaxing quietly upon the peaceful sunset block, ignoring the aggressive ticking of the stressful clock. A magnificent transition from the light into the dark, finding a sanctuary right outside the local park. Sunset block, where the weary souls finally rest, feeling overwhelmingly, profoundly, safely blessed. Let the twilight wrap us in a comforting, soft blanket. We are incredibly grateful, and we sincerely thank it. The stars begin to poke through the indigo ceiling, amplifying this wonderful, affectionate feeling. Sun goes down, shadows stretch, quiet evening, rest your eyes. Relaxing quietly upon the peaceful sunset block, ignoring the aggressive ticking of the stressful clock. A magnificent transition from the light into the dark, finding a sanctuary right outside the local park. Sunset block, where the weary souls finally rest, feeling overwhelmingly, profoundly, safely blessed. Good night, Avenue. Sleep well. The stars are out. Peaceful block. Mm-hmm. magnificent masquerade down the avenue, wearing a spectacular costume of sapphire blue. Gigantic feathered wings stretching brilliantly wide, bursting with an intoxicating, unapologetic pride. The matriarch of the archipelago shining in the sun, ensuring that the massive festival has officially begun. Sequins reflecting the incredibly bright tropical rays, dancing triumphantly through the observatory haze.
Following her magnificent flow down the parade route, blowing enthusiastically on the carved wooden flute. The diaspora unites in this spectacular, colorful swarm, sheltering beautifully inside the cultural warm storm. She commands the procession with the flick of her wrist, adding a joyful, undeniable, energetic twist. The calypso melodies blend with the heavy reggae drum erasing the memory of where the bitter tears came from.
The entire peninsula vibrates with the massive cheer, the most anticipated, beautiful holiday of the year. Swaying our hips to the infectious island groove, watching the spectacular, decorated chariots move. Make way for the spectacular, glowing island diva, curing the population of the highly contagious fever. The undisputed queen of the glorious grand carnival, hosting the ultimate, magnificent cultural festival. Island diva, wearing the extravagant plume crown, turning the sadness of the entire geography upside down.
Boy, tossing the colorful beats through the enthusiastic crowd, playing the percussion instruments exceptionally loud. Her energy is an entirely renewable, massive source, guiding the festivities on a joyous, spectacular course. We celebrate the heritage, we honor the deep roots, tasting the sweetness of the native tropical fruits. The stilt walkers tower high above the massive streets, synchronizing their steps to her undeniable beat.
My headdress is a towering architectural masterpiece, commanding that the suffering immediately finally sees. I am the visual representation of the island soul, making the fragmented, broken history entirely whole. Pouring the sweet nectar into the communal cup, lifting the spirits of the entire neighborhood up. The confetti rains down like a colorful paper shower, embracing the magnificent matriarchal total power. The entire peninsula vibrates with the massive cheer, the most anticipated, beautiful holiday of the year. Swaying our hips to the infectious island groove, watching the spectacular, decorated chariots move. Make way for the spectacular, glowing island diva, curing the population of the highly contagious fever. The undisputed queen of the glorious grand carnival, hosting the ultimate, magnificent cultural festival. Island diva, wearing the extravagant plume crown, turning the sadness of the entire geography upside down.
The sun is setting,
But the masquerade continues on
we will keep celebrating.
till the break of dawn.
The rhythm is a deeply embedded,
Cultural lifeline,
making the entire archipelago brilliantly shine.
jump up,
Wave your flag,
queen of the band, carnival joy. Make way for the spectacular, glowing island diva, curing the population of the highly contagious fever. determination is staunch. Looking through the porthole at the shrinking globe below, heading toward the galaxies where glowing comets go. Zero gravity suspends my floating silver hair, breathing oxygen from tanks inside the vacuum air, igniting thrusters rapidly to leave the Milky Way, discovering a universe where alien life forms play.
Rastafari navigating through the asteroid belt, the hottest solar temperatures that I have ever felt, planting a flag of unity upon the lunar dust. In the cosmic architecture is the only thing we trust.
Cruising past the rings of Saturn in a silver fleet, bringing interstellar rhythm to the Martian street. Telescopes cannot predict the trajectory we take, leaving the magnificent celestial glowing way. Warp speed engage, pushing the throttle lever up, drinking liquid starlight from a shiny meteor cup. Constellations blur into a singular bright beam, living out a spectacular extraterrestrial dream. Igniting the space fire, burning up the cold, a planetary journey that is beautifully bold. Orbiting the supernovas, surfing on the flare, shooting past the nebulas with absolutely no care. Space fire, melting down the frozen satellites, a brilliant explosion in the endless dark night.
Black holes trying desperately to suck my vessel in, but the anti-gravity propulsion guarantees we win. Communicating telepathically across the vast unknown, establishing a colony upon a meteorite throne.
Quantum physics bending to the will of the base, a spiritual awakening within the outer space. Meteorites crashing down, but we expertly dodge, resting safely inside the intergalactic lodge. Plasma streams illuminating the dark matter void, dancing on the surface of a rogue stray asteroid. Wearing a spacesuit tailored with synthetic thread, a billion shining galaxies exploding in my head. We are astronauts of rhythm, pioneers of the sky, watching the magnificent constellations whizzing by. No borders or boundaries exist up in this dome, making the magnificent cosmos our permanent home. Warp speed engage, pushing the throttle lever up, drinking liquid starlight from a shiny meteor cup. Constellations blur into a singular bright beam, living out a spectacular extraterrestrial dream. Igniting the space fire, burning up the cold, a planetary journey that is beautifully bold. Orbiting the supernovas, surfing on the flare, shooting past the nebulas with absolutely no care. Space fire, melting down the frozen satellites, a brilliant explosion in the endless dark night. Telemetry readings indicate a massive sonic boom, echoing endlessly across the universe's room. We bypass Pluto, accelerating past the edge, fulfilling the astronomical visionary pledge. Houston, we have liftoff, approaching the sun, maximum velocity. Stardust falling, igniting the space fire, burning up the cold, a planetary journey that is beautifully bold. Orbiting the supernovas, surfing on the flare, shooting past the nebulas with absolutely no care. Space fire, melting down the frozen satellite, a brilliant explosion in the endless dark night. Drifting away, infinite space, the final frontier, cosmic vibrations. frosted glass of my brownstone flat, wondering where the warmth of the summer went and sat. Snowflakes descending upon the incredibly quiet street, burying the memories beneath the terrifying white sheet. Tears freezing instantly upon my shivering cheek, feeling emotionally drained, vulnerable and weak. The radiator hisses, but it provides no actual heat, except in the reality of this emotional defeat.
Walking underneath the massive rusted overpass, watching the heavy icicles forming on the glass. Collar turned up against the absolutely bitter chill, swallowing a tremendously difficult jagged pill, carrying the generational sorrow inside my heavy lungs, speaking the prayers in the forgotten ancient tongues. The metropolis is a frozen, unforgiving concrete beast, starving the poor people at the billionaire's feast. The saxophone cries out into the desolate night, searching desperately for a tiny flicker of light. Echoes bouncing off the frozen brick facade, questioning the intentions of the universe and God. Listen to the tragic, beautiful Brooklyn wail, where the broken promises continually sadly fail. Oh, a melancholy symphony played on the frozen street, waiting patiently for the eventual return of spring. Brooklyn, where a heavy, devastating urban sigh, reaching all the way up to the overcast sky. Plowing through the snowdrifts, blocking the avenue, wondering how I will ever manage to get to you. My boots are soaking wet from the melting slush, surviving the frantic morning commuter rush. The bassline acts as a heavy, thick woolen coat, protecting the fragile vocal cords inside my throat. We huddle around the flaming trash barrel for warmth, enduring the brutality of this psychological storm. Pigeon sheltering, shivering beneath the window ledge, standing dangerously close to the emotional edge. The street lamps flicker, casting a yellow sickly glow, reflecting off the dirty accumulated city snow. I sing a lullaby to the ghosts of my romantic past, knowing that this freezing temperature cannot last. The morning dove answers from the fire escape stairs, carrying the heavy burden of my unspoken care. The saxophone cries out into the desolate night, searching desperately for a tiny flicker of light. Echoes bouncing off the frozen brick facade, questioning the intentions of the universe and God. Listen to the tragic, beautiful Brooklyn wail, where the broken promises continually sadly fail. A melancholy symphony played on the frozen street, waiting patiently for the eventual return of spring. Brooklyn, where a heavy, devastating urban sigh, reaching all the way up to the overcast sky. The tears fall down and melt the stubborn ice. We have already paid the ultimate heavy price. The rhythm will thaw the completely frozen heart, giving us the strength to beautifully restart. So cold, hold on, winter passes, keep breathing. Listen to the tragic, beautiful Brooklyn wail, where the broken promises continually sadly fail. A melancholy symphony played on the frozen string, waiting patiently for the eventual return of spring. Broken, where a heavy, devastating urban sigh, reaching all the way up to the overcast sky. Snow falling, city freezing, the wail continues. Wait for the sun.
a park aligned with thick fur, while my memories of the sandy beaches begin to blur. Snow is piling up against the rusted bodega gate, but my internal temperature refuses to accommodate. Buying a spicy Jamaican patty in the freezing cold, keeping the cultural traditions incredibly fiercely bold. The diaspora migrating to the northern concrete maze, bringing the sunshine into the gray, depressing days.
Stepping off the elevated train at the Pelham stop, taking the island flavor straight to the very top. My breath is visible in the freezing January air, but I walk with the tropical, undeniable, confident flair. Importing the heavy spices, the flavor, the bland food, changing the entire metropolitan aggressive mood. The intersection of the islands in the northern state, creating a phenomenon that is phenomenally great.
Geographies colliding in a spectacular cultural mash, a beautiful explosion of flavor, a wonderful crash. From the turquoise waters to the gray asphalt street, we bring the undeniable, heavy, ancestral heat. Surviving the winter in the Caribbean Bronx, ignoring the aggressive loud taxi honks. A tropical spirit trapped inside a freezing zone, making this icy territory completely our own Caribbean Bronx. A fusion of the snow and the sand, building a magnificent empire in a foreign land.
The landlord complains about the volume of the bass, but we are claiming ownership of this rented space. Playing the vintage cassettes to warm up the room, sweeping away the seasonal depressing winter gloom. I wrap a colorful scarf tidy around my frozen neck, paying for my groceries with a highly folded check. The accents mingle in the crowded corner barber shop. This spectacular migration is never gonna stop.
Looking through the icy window at the tower and skyline, knowing that this entire massive city will be mine. Braiding my daughter's hair with intricate tight beats, planting the tropical resilient cultural seed. We navigate the subway lines like navigating the sea, proving exactly how incredibly strong we can be. The thermometer plummets, but the rhythm keeps us warm, sheltering each other from the massive snowy storm. Geographies colliding in a spectacular cultural mash, a beautiful explosion of flavor, a wonderful crash. From the turquoise waters to the gray asphalt street, we bring the undeniable, heavy, ancestral heat. Surviving the winter in the Caribbean Bronx, ignoring the aggressive loud taxi honks. A tropical spirit trapped inside a freezing zone, making this icy territory completely our own Caribbean Bronx. A fusion of the snow and the sand, building a magnificent empire in a foreign land. The palm tree roots can grow through the thick cement. We are highly grateful for the blessings we were sent. Two different worlds merging into one solid voice, rejoicing beautifully in this geographical choice. Island soul, city streets, stay warm, fusion sound. Surviving the winter in the Caribbean Bronx, ignoring the aggressive loud taxi honks. A tropical spirit trapped inside a freezing zone, making this icy territory completely our own Caribbean Bronx. A fusion of the snow and the sand, building a magnificent empire in a foreign land. Next stop, uptown, keep the fire burning, mind the gap. Hoisting a silver metallic machine onto my shoulder, feeling significantly braver and incredibly bolder. The Duke said deck is an instrument of pure peace, demanding that the neighborhood violence instantly cease. I push the play button, engaging the magnetic head, resurrecting the spirits of the supposedly dead. The woofers are pumping out a visible sonic wave. This portable contraption is precisely what I crave.
Purchasing 8 massive batteries from the corner store to power this magnificent acoustic heavy roar. Extending the shiny telescopic antenna to the sky, watching the incredible frequencies beautifully fly.
We do not need a cathedral with stained glass windows. We find our salvation wherever the street wind blows, carrying the sanctuary directly in my bare hands, broadcasting the message across the barren land.
The volume knob is twisted completely to the right,
eradicating the darkness of the pessimistic night.
a portable revolution
running on direct current, becoming an absolute, undeniable, massive deterrent. We carry the temple inside the boombox Zion, roaring loudly like a magnificent silver lion, transforming the gray sidewalk into a holy place, providing a spectacular mobile spiritual space. Boombox Zion, the heaviest device on the street, worshiping the power of the analog beat.
The handle is heavy, digging deeply into my palm, but the music provides an overwhelmingly sweet calm. Walking past the abandoned, dilapidated buildings, ignoring the fake, superficial corporate gildings.
The graphic equalizer bounces up and down in the red, injecting the philosophy directly into your head. This rectangular machine is a technological priest, calming the anger of the metropolitan beast. Cassette tapes spinning slowly inside the plastic shell, rescuing the pedestrians from a psychological hell. The treble is sharp, the mid-range is incredibly clear, eradicating completely the surrounding atmosphere. I'm a mobile DJ, a prophet with the silver box, shattering the incredibly heavy invisible locks. People stop and nod their heads to the massive sound, the most beautiful congregation to ever be found. The volume knob is twisted completely to the right, eradicating the darkness of the pessimistic night. A portable revolution running on direct current, becoming an absolute, undeniable, massive deterrent. We carry the temple inside the boombox Zion, roaring loudly like a magnificent silver lion, transforming the gray sidewalk into a holy place, providing a spectacular mobile spiritual space. Boombox Zion, the heaviest device on the street, worshiping the power of the analog beat. Speakers are vibrating the entire neighborhood, doing exactly what the manufacturer understood. When the batteries die, we will simply buy some more, keeping the sanctuary open with an unlocked door. Rewind!
Press play, turn it up,
Maximum volume. We carry the temple inside the boombox Zion, roaring loudly like a magnificent silver lion, transforming the gray sidewalk into a holy place, providing a spectacular mobile spiritual space. Boombox Zion, the heaviest device on the street, worshiping the power of the analog beat. Batteries low, tape slowing down, music fading, eject. Yeah. Yeah. running the rat race, keeping up a frantic pace, chasing the paper, securing the daily bread. So many complex equations running through my head, grinding in the studio, negotiating the major deal, trying to figure out what is fake and what is real.
Working in the field, sweating underneath the sun. The labor of a righteous man is never truly done. Planting the crops, hoping for a bountiful yield, using faith as a weapon, wearing truth as a shield.
Babylon demands the taxes, pushing us to the brink, but they cannot dictate the way a free man thinks. Keep pushing forward, ignoring the fatigue. We are playing the game in an entirely different league. No rest for the wicked, but the righteous never tire, fueling the engine with an inextinguishable fire. It is the dub hustle, surviving another day, earning our keep, making sure we get our pay. Moving to the rhythm of the universal grind, leaving laziness and hesitation far behind. Dub hustle, from the office to the farm, working very hard, but keeping completely calm.
Hey, boss man yelling loudly, trying to break my spirit, but I block out the noise. I refuse to even hear it, because I have a family waiting patiently at home. They are the only reason that I endlessly roam.
Gathering the resources, building a solid base, maintaining my dignity, navigating with grace, signing contracts, smiling for the flashing cameras, handling the pressure, avoiding the endless dramas, building an empire brick by heavy brick, dodging all the obstacles, moving fast and quick. Success is the target, determination is the bow, shooting the arrow straight, claiming the victory now. Keep pushing forward, ignoring the fatigue. We are playing the game in an entirely different league. No rest for the wicked, but the righteous never tire, fueling the engine with an inextinguishable fire. It is the dub hustle, surviving another day, earning our keep, making sure we get our pay. Moving to the rhythm of the universal grind, leaving laziness and hesitation far behind. Dub hustle, from the office to the farm, working very hard, but keeping completely calm.
The paycheck is important, but the soul is priceless. We navigate this crazy world, avoiding the crisis. Balance the books, but keep the music playing loud. Standing tall and independent in the middle of the crowd. Work, 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 work.
Don't stop, don't stop.
Keep grinding.
Stay focused. It is the dub hustle, surviving another day, earning our keep, making sure we get our pay. Moving to the rhythm of the universal grind, leaving laziness and hesitation far behind. Dub hustle, from the office to the farm, working very hard, but keeping completely calm.
Clocking out,
Heading home,
the hustle never stops.
so we keep smiling. Yeah. Stepping into the massive glass botanical dome, leaving the cold, unforgiving city to find a new home. Condensation dripping from the gigantic fern leaves, a spectacular environment that my spirit receives. Orchids blooming brilliantly in the artificial moonlight, creating an absolutely stunning, colorful sight. Taking off my sandals to feel the damp, rich soil, escaping entirely from the metropolitan turmoil.
The humidity is rising inside this giant terrarium, a beautifully preserved
Botanical aquarium.
we cultivate the rhythm underneath the glass ceiling, experiencing a completely natural euphoric feeling.
The bass frequency makes the massive palm trees shake, a magnificent vibration that we successfully make. Roots digging deeply into the cultivated dark dirt, healing every single accumulated psychological hurt. The temperature is perfectly regulated in this space, a highly secretive, beautifully overgrown place. Flora and fauna responding to the heavy dub beats, creating an undeniable, exceptionally sticky heat. Dancing wildly upon the tropical floor, opening up a leafy, magnificent green door. Oh, 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 yeah. A jungle oasis hidden completely out of sight, celebrating nature throughout the entire night. Tropical floor, a greenhouse of pure perfection, a spectacular biological deep connection.
Vines wrapping securely around the steel structural beams, fulfilling the most ambitious agricultural dreams. The subwoofer is disguised as a hollowed out log, pumping the music through the thick artificial fog. We are the gardeners of the auditory, every sound planting the musical seeds deeply into the ground. The canopy catches the echoes bouncing from below, watching the bioluminescent mushrooms softly glow.
Petals opening up to receive the acoustic vibration, a beautifully localized environmental salvation. My dress sweeps across the mossy emerald green, the most magnificent garden I have ever seen. Oxygen levels are incredibly, exceptionally high. Looking through the glass at the distant starry sky, we are dancing in a perfectly sealed ecosystem, extracting the beauty from the complex plant stem. The temperature is perfectly regulated in this space, a highly secretive, beautifully overgrown place. Flora and fauna responding to the heavy dub beat, creating an undeniable, exceptionally sticky heat. Dancing wildly upon the tropical floor, opening up a leafy, magnificent green door. Oh, 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 oh. A jungle oasis hidden completely out of sight, celebrating nature throughout the entire night. Tropical floor, a greenhouse of pure perfection, a spectacular biological deep connection.
Let the artificial rain shower upon the crowd,
Play the organic instruments exceptionally
the
loud.
glass walls protect us from the freezing outside.
A magnificent sanctuary where we can safely hide. Humid air,
Breathe deeply,
roots growing,
glass dome.
dancing wildly upon the tropical floor, opening up a leafy, magnificent green door. A jungle oasis hidden completely out of sight, celebrating nature throughout the entire night. Tropical floor, a greenhouse of pure perfection, a spectacular biological deep connection. Watering the plants,
Greenhouse sleeps,
tropical vibes.
so lush.
green canopy, surviving within the spectacular, untamed tapestry, trading exotic papayas for a woven sturdy basket. If you need survival advice, you better simply ask it. Leopards prowling quietly beneath the fern leaves, spotting the dangerous predators right before they seize. My skin is painted with the mud from the riverbank, dancing naturally to the organic botanical scan.
Swinging the machete, carving a completely new trail, where the weak and the cowardly will constantly fail. Building a shelter out of the strong bamboo stalks, listening closely when the ancient wilderness talks. Tracking the footprints of the massive wild boar, understanding exactly what the Mother Earth has in store. Drinking the fresh rainwater trapped inside the leaf, finding a profound, fundamental spiritual relief. The law of the wilderness is brutal and extremely raw, respecting the power of the heavy razor sharp claw, adapting entirely to the biological wild zone, living independently, completely on our own, mastering the aggressive, dangerous jungle hustle, relying entirely upon our instinct and our muscle, thriving beautifully inside the dense tropical brush, ignoring entirely the modern metropolitan rush. Jungle hustle, where the fittest will always survive, keeping the ancient ancestral traditions alive. Avoiding the quicksand, hidden perfectly in the mud, recognizing the venomous spiders by the shining blood. We forage for the edible roots and the sweetest berries, riding across the rapids without the need for ferries. The anaconda slid silently past the wooden camp, lighting the fire without a modern electrical lamp. We are part of the ecosystem, an essential vital gear, eradicating completely any trace of human fear.
Gathering the medicine, the herb to cure the sudden fever, working diligently like a busy, dedicated beaver. Monsoon rains arrive, washing the entire forest clean, the most spectacularly vivid shades of emerald green. I weave a hammock from the strong, flexible vines, reading the natural meteorological incoming signs. We barter and trade in the clearing by the waterfall, answering the deepest, most primal biological call. The law of the wilderness is brutal and extremely raw, respecting the power of the heavy razor sharp claw, adapting entirely to the biological wild zone, living independently, completely on our own, mastering the aggressive, dangerous jungle hustle, relying entirely upon our instinct and our muscle, thriving beautifully inside the dense tropical brush, ignoring entirely the modern metropolitan rush. Jungle hustle, where the fittest will always survive, keeping the ancient ancestral traditions alive. The canopy completely blocks out the aggressive sun, but our daily arduous labor is never actually done. We are the kings and queens of the uncharted green, the fiercest, wildest survivors they have ever seen. Chop the wood, hunt the prey, stay alert, wild and free, mastering the aggressive, dangerous jungle hustle, relying entirely upon our instinct and our muscle, driving beautifully inside the dense tropical brush, ignoring entirely the modern metropolitan rush. Jungle hustle, where the fittest will always survive, keeping the ancient ancestral traditions alive. The storm arrives, take shelter, jungle life, nature provides. societal, heavy, judgmental stain, painting our cheekbones with the fluorescent bright dye, claiming our territory right underneath the sky.
We are the outcasts, the rejects, the beautifully weird. Exactly the people that the establishment has feared. Forming a brand new clan above the noisy traffic, creating a lifestyle that is incredibly graphic.
Hoisting our handmade flag on the television antenna, establishing our own spectacular, exclusive arena.
The bloodline is irrelevant, the loyalty is what counts. Weighing the dedication in heavy significant amounts. My brothers and sisters wear the leather and the denim, eradicating the societal highly toxic venom.
We speak a slang that only the members understand, building a fortress overlooking the concrete land. A chosen family forged entirely in the urban fire, elevating the collective spectacular energy higher. No biological ties, just a deeply mutual respect, a magnificent community that we fiercely protect. We are the members of the fearless urban tribe, rejecting the incredibly boring, predictable vibe. A nomadic society roaming the high-rise peaks, where the marginalized individual finally speaks. Urban tribe, connected by the incredibly heavy bass, claiming our right for permanent elevated space.
Tattoos act as the permanent identifying marks, navigating perfectly through the dangerous dark parts. We share the rations, splitting the loaf of bread, honoring the memories of the brave fallen dead. The council meets around the flaming metal barrel, dressed in a customized spectacular apparel, defending the perimeter from any unwanted intrusion, clearing away the massive metropolitan confusion.
Piercings gleaming underneath the helicopter light, we absolutely own the incredibly dangerous night. I am a fierce sister standing completely by your side, filled with an undeniable spectacular tribal pride. We bang the metal pipes against the brick chimney, creating an intimidating, highly aggressive symphony. The rules of the old world do not apply up here. We have completely eradicated the concept of fear. A chosen family forged entirely in the urban fire, elevating the collective spectacular energy higher. No biological ties, just a deeply mutual respect, a magnificent community that we fiercely protect. We are the members of the fearless urban tribe, rejecting the incredibly boring, predictable vibe. A nomadic society roaming the high-rise peaks, where the marginalized individual finally speaks. Urban tribe, connected by the incredibly heavy bass, claiming our rightful permanent elevated space.
Blood of the covenant is thicker than the water. Every single son and every single fierce daughter, united by the rhythm, bonded by the deep struggle, surviving the incredibly chaotic daily struggle.
We are one,
Stand together,
tribe assemble, hold the rule. We are the members of the fearless urban tribe, rejecting the incredibly boring, predictable vibe. Nomadic society roaming the high-rise peaks, where the marginalized individual finally speaks. Urban tribe, connected by the incredibly heavy bass, claiming our rightful permanent elevated space.
try forever.
Chosen family,
We run the night.
always together. is baking the pavement outside my door. Kids are opening hydrants, splashing water on the floor. Barricades are set up at the avenue intersection. Everyone is gathering, seeking musical perfection. Coolers packed with ice, beverages flowing free, celebrating unity as far as the eye can see.
Selectors towering high behind the amplifier stack, spinning heavy acetates, playing exclusive tracks. Subwoofer shaking windows on the third floor flat. Rude boys congregating wearing the fedora hat. Police cruisers pass by but they decide to let us be, because the vibration brings a temporary amnesty.
Turn the volume maximum, let the speakers blow. Watch the massive population putting on a show. Concrete shakes and trembles underneath our sneakers. Information travels through the massive black tweeters.
Welcome to the rhythm block,
The undisputed zone, where the heavyweight champion claims the sonic throne. Basslines hitting harder than the heavyweight fight, dancing furiously straight into the early morning light. A rhythm block, the neighborhood is totally alive. This is the exclusive place where we all survive.
microphone is echoing across the crowded square. Lyrical artillery exploding in the humid air. Toasters chanting melodies, capturing the mood, sharing plates of festival, eating spicy island food. Generation mingling, the elders and the youth, listening to the poetry, absorbing all the truth.
Neighbors leaning out from the fire escape stairs, throwing down confetti, abandoning their care. Sweat is dripping down my spine, rhythm takes my hips, singing every lyric with my ruby painted lips. Strangers becoming family beneath the street lamp glow, caught inside the undercurrent, going with the flow. Turn the volume maximum, let the speakers blow. Watch the massive population putting on a show. Concrete shakes and trembles underneath our sneakers. Information travels through the massive black tweeters.
Welcome to the rhythm block,
The undisputed zone, where the heavyweight champion claims the sonic throne. Basslines hitting harder than the heavyweight fight, dancing furiously straight into the early morning light. Rhythm block, the neighborhood is totally alive. This is the exclusive place where we all survive. Decibels increasing, the foundation starts to crack. Ain't no turning around, ain't no looking back. Community assembled, unbreakable and strong, singing the chorus of this never-ending song.
rewind the track, pull it up,
Maximum capacity,
let it drop.
let it drop.
Welcome to the rhythm block,
The undisputed zone, where the heavyweight champion claims the sonic throne. Basslines hitting harder than a heavyweight fight, dancing furiously straight into the early morning light. Rhythm block, the neighborhood is totally alive. This is the exclusive place where we all survive. Black party ending, sun coming up, ears still ringing. See you tomorrow. Walking through a metropolis painted infrared, holographic advertisements promising a fake joy, selling plastic fantasies disguised as a shiny toy. I wear my reflective visor to block the glare, breathing in the synthetic, heavily filtered air, living inside a simulation running on a grid, trying to remember the innocent things I did.
Microchips implanted deeply inside the human brain, trading natural spirituality for digital code rain. The system operates in an algorithmic code, sending heavy data down a fiber optic road.
Profits are censored by the mainframe firewall, waiting for the artificial empire to finally fall. We are batteries powering a greedy, vicious beast, starving our spirits at this technological feast. Unplug the cables from the back of the spine, rejecting the poisonous manufactured wine. The matrix is glitching, the screen is going black. We are launching a massive acoustic counterattack. Welcome to the terrifying neon Babylon, where the illusion is constantly brightly left on. A cybernetic prison with invisible laser bars, blocking our view of the natural ancient stars. Neon Babylon, a beautiful but deadly trap, erasing our coordinates entirely from the map.
Virtual reality goggles blinding the youth, preventing them from witnessing the absolute truth. Cyber police patrolling the informational web, watching the organic tide slowly, sadly ebb. But the acoustic guitar possesses a virus strain, designed to penetrate the mechanical domain, uploading a frequency of pure, undeniable love, hacking the satellites positioned up above.
Swiping my identity card at the security gate, escaping the algorithm before it gets too late. I am a ghost circulating inside the machine, the most dangerous anomaly they have ever seen. Downloading the rhythm directly into my soul, bypassing the centralized tyrannical control. The pixels are dissolving, revealing the rust, watching the motherboards crumble into dust.
Unplug the cables from the back of the spine,
Rejecting the poisonous manufactured wine. The matrix is glitching, the screen is going black. We are launching a massive acoustic counter child. Now the urban jungle is calling out. Wild gold hoops, swinging jacket, leather tight. We are painting a revolution in the cold daylight.
Jah people wandering through the metal gates, looking for salvation before it gets too late.
Prophets speaking truth on the corner street, while the righteous ones march with tired feet.
Babylon erected towers reaching for the sky,
but the natural roots will never truly die. Two different worlds colliding in the atmosphere. No more crying,
we banish all the fear.
From the northern boroughs to the promised land,
we are walking forward, united,
hand in hand. Welcome to the Bronx, Zion,
where the city wolf meets the conquering lion.
Trains rumble loud, but the acoustic guitar strong.
We are marching forward to the beating of the drum.
Bronx, Zion, an empire of the soul, where the broken pieces finally become whole.
Politicians talking, but they never understand the suffering of children across this barren land.
We plant a seed of hope inside the asphalt cracks, carrying the heavy burdens upon our aching backs. But the trumpet sounds across the neighborhood, bringing forth the message of everything good.
Sirens wailing loud, but we drown them out with love.
Angels watching over from the balconies above.
Graffiti murals singing stories of our past,
building up a legacy that is guaranteed to last.
Step by step,
we rise above the poverty line, letting our internal brilliant diamond shine. Two different worlds colliding in the atmosphere.
No more crying, we banish all the fear.
From the northern boroughs to the promised land,
we are walking forward, united, hand in hand.
Welcome to the Bronx, Zion,
where the city wolf meets the conquering lion.
Trains rumble loud, but the acoustic guitar strong.
We are marching forward to the beating of the drum.
Bronx, Zion, an empire of the soul, where the broken pieces finally become whole.
Let the echoes bounce off the brick walls,
Answer the destiny whenever it calls.
a fusion of the Caribbean and the Empire State. We are opening up the heavy iron gate. Hold strong,
Keep the faith,
New York to Jamaica.
feel the vibration. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the Bronx, Zion,
Where the city wolf meets the conquering lion.
trains rumble loud, but the acoustic guitar strong.
We are marching forward to the beating of the drum.
Bronx, Zion, empire of the soul,
Whoa,
where the broken pieces finally become whole.
peace in the borough.
Love in the Zion,
Hold on,
fade away into the night. Stepping into the massive, stepping into the massive glass botanical dome, leaving the cold, unforgiving city to find a new home. Condensation dripping from the gigantic fern leaves, a spectacular environment that my spirit receives. Orchids blooming brilliantly in the artificial moonlight, creating an absolutely stunning, colorful sight. Taking off my sandals to feel the damp, rich entirely from the metropolitan turmoil.
Hey, the humidity is rising inside this giant terrarium, a beautifully preserved botanical aquarium. We cultivate the rhythm underneath the glass ceiling, experiencing a completely natural euphoric feeling. The bass frequency makes the massive palm trees shake, a magnificent vibration that we successfully make. Roots digging deeply into the cultivated dark dirt, healing every single accumulated psychological hurt. The temperature is perfectly regulated in this space, a highly secretive, beautifully overgrown place. Flora and fauna responding to the heavy dub beat, creating an undeniable, exceptionally sticky heat. Dancing wildly upon the tropical floor, opening up a leafy, magnificent green door. A jungle oasis hidden completely out of sight, celebrating nature throughout the entire night. Tropical floor, a greenhouse of pure perfection, a spectacular biological deep connection. Vines wrapping securely around the steel structural beams, fulfilling the most ambitious agricultural dreams. The subwoofer is disguised as a hollowed out log, pumping the music through the thick artificial fog. We are the gardeners of the auditory heavy sound, planting the musical seeds deeply into the ground. The canopy catches the echoes bouncing from below, watching the bioluminescent mushrooms softly glow.
Petals opening up to receive the acoustic vibration, a beautifully localized environmental salvation. My dress sweeps across the mossy emerald green, the most magnificent garden I have ever seen. Oxygen levels are incredibly, exceptionally high. Looking through the glass at the distant starry sky, we are dancing in a perfectly sealed ecosystem, extracting the beauty from the complex plant stem. The temperature is perfectly regulated in this space, a highly secretive, beautifully overgrown place. Flora and fauna responding to the heavy dub beat, creating an undeniable, exceptionally sticky heat. Dancing wildly upon the tropical floor, opening up a leafy, magnificent green door. A jungle oasis hidden completely out of sight, celebrating nature throughout the entire night. Tropical floor, a greenhouse of pure perfection, a spectacular biological deep connection. Let the artificial rain shower upon the crowd, play the organic instruments exceptionally loud. The glass walls protect us from the freezing outside, a magnificent sanctuary where we can safely hide. Humid air, breathe deeply, roots growing, glass stone, dancing wildly upon the tropical floor, opening up a leafy, magnificent green door. A jungle oasis hidden completely out of sight, celebrating nature throughout the entire night. Tropical floor, a greenhouse of pure perfection, a spectacular biological deep connection. Watering the plants, greenhouse sleeps, tropical vibes, so lush. Stepping into the massive. Suspended by a wire from the vaulted museum ceiling, controlling every single nervous emotion I am feeling. Avoiding the invisible crisscrossing security lasers. A high-stakes operation executed for the appraisers.
The gemstone rests upon a pressure-sensitive scale. There is absolutely no acceptable margin to fail. Slipping the flawless jewel into my velvet pouch, landing entirely silently upon the leather couch. Waiting patiently inside the idling dark speedboat, wearing a black balaclava and a waterproof coat. The harbor water is perfectly still and pitch black, ready to execute the incredibly swift getaway track.
Watching the second-hand sweep across my heavy watch, preparing to push the throttle up another notch. She signals from the balcony with a single flashlight. We are pulling off the greatest robbery of the night. The tension is thick enough to easily cut with a knife, risking our freedom, gambling with the dangerous life. But the prize is glittering, reflecting the moonbeam, executing the most lucrative underground scheme. Waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut and a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time.
Navigating the narrow canals, killing the engine hum, disappearing entirely before the police sirens come. Hiding the contraband underneath the wooden deck floor, we have successfully settled the ultimate final score.
Babylon investigators searching the empty premises, failing to capture the smartest, stealthiest nemesis. The jewel is safe within the deep underground roots, counting the value of our spectacular stolen loot. We're moving the tactical gear, slipping into an evening gown, the most mysterious, wealthy fugitive in the town. Holding the incredibly heavy stone up to my eye, admiring the facets that reflect the starry sky. We fence the treasure on the international black market, finding the perfect lucrative billionaire target. My heartbeat finally returns to a normal steady pace, leaving absolutely zero evidence inside the place. It's thick enough to easily cut with a knife, risking our freedom, gambling with the dangerous life. But the prize is glittering, reflecting the moonbeam, executing the most lucrative underground scheme. Waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut in a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time.
The clarity of the gem matches the purity of the bass, a flawless performance executed with ultimate grace. We are the invisible thieves of the auditory night, disappearing rapidly into the blinding bright lights.
Cut the wire, grab the stone,
Get out!
flawless execution. Waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut and a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time. Clean getaway,
No fingerprints.
the drop is complete, rich forever. directly in front of the massive wooden box. Feeling the vibration rattling my heavy silver locks. The cone pushes the air with a terrifying invisible force, taking my physical body on a completely wild course. It is not just auditory, it is a magnificent tactile thing. Feeling every single note that the heavy instruments sing. My ribcage acts as an entirely resonant hollow cave, catching the crest of this magnificent acoustic wave. I am the dedicated carpenter, shaping the heavy pine, calculating the dimensions with a mathematical design, wiring the heavy magnets and the copper internal coil, rewarding the dedication of my tremendously hard toil. Sealing the cabinet to prevent the precious air from leaking, listening closely when the giant mechanical beast is speaking, routing the audio signal through the crossover machine, the most powerful amplifier that you have ever seen. Dropping the frequency completely below the human range, initiating a cellular microscopic spectacular change, massaging the internal organs with the deepest heavy tone, penetrating directly into the center of the bone, healing the damage with the subwoofer soul, making the fractured broken spirit completely whole. A physical therapy delivered through the amplifier stack, pushing the negativity and the depression forcefully back. Subwoofer soul, a monumental deep oscillation, providing an overwhelming, wonderful physical sensation.
The needle tracks the heavy groove on the vinyl plate, opening up the massive acoustic invisible gate that turned the low and equalizer dial completely to the right, summoning the earthquake in the middle of the night. Dust falling from the rafters of the underground club, powered entirely by the relentless driving dub. We are the technicians of the ultimate low frequency, providing an antidote to the modern emergency.
The bassline is a blanket wrapping me completely tight, eradicating the terrors of the deeply anxious night. I close my eyes and surrender to the pulling undertow, letting the magnificent low frequency current beautifully flow. My heartbeat synchronizes with the heavy thumping kick, curing me instantly whenever I am feeling sick. A sonic baptism washing over my entirely willing frame, ensuring that I will absolutely never be the same. Dropping the frequency completely below the human range, initiating a cellular microscopic spectacular change, massaging the internal organs with the deepest heavy tone, penetrating directly into the center of the bone, healing the damage with the subwoofer soul, making the fractured broken spirit completely whole. A physical therapy delivered through the amplifier stack, pushing the negativity and the depression forcefully back. Subwoofer soul, a monumental deep oscillation, providing an overwhelming, wonderful physical sensation. You cannot simply hear it, you have to physically feel it. If your heart is broken, this heavy resonance will seal it. The woofer diaphragm breathes precisely like a lung, speaking the ancient, beautifully unspoken tongue. Breathe in, feel the shake, feel the shake, deepest space, let it move you. Ooh, healing the damage with the subwoofer soul, making the fractured broken spirit completely whole. A physical therapy delivered through the amplifier stack, pushing the negativity and the depression forcefully back. Subwoofer soul, a monumental deep oscillation, providing an overwhelming, wonderful physical sensation.